you really want them back? Yes, I be with that man. Yes, that man be with me. But are we together? Absolutely not. But can you talk to him? Absolutely not. Do we go together? Absolutely not. Are we together real bad? Absolutely. You know?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Living with the X. Welcome back to Living with the X. I'm not your ex, I'm the X.
You ain't cute.
Sorry for the absence. We had to look at some other platforms to help grow the channel. TikTok, Instagram. So now we'll be back Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. But we had to look at those other things to try to bring in more subscribers and grow the channel organically. So sorry for the brief absence. I missed you guys. And let's get to these reactions. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go.
Thing that was promised enslaved people. I can't remember whether I was told it was before or after emancipation, but it had to do with the Civil War.
Do we have a problem?
And I've since had my memory refreshed, and it was something that the federal government promised enslaved people that they would get, and it would help them get a head start.
Message.
But, as with many promises given to Native Americans, they didn't come through.
What kind of shit is that?
You know, one of the lines that has become clear to me in Kendrick Lamar's performance last night is 40 acres and a mule.
Message.
And that line is particularly potent for many Black Americans. And it happens to be a line that I remember from my education growing up in grade school in the Bronx. And I vaguely remember what it was about. It was something that was promised enslaved people. I can't remember whether I was told it was before or after emancipation, but it had to do with the Civil War. And I've since had my memory refreshed, and it was something that the federal government promised enslaved people that they would get, and it would help them get a head start. But, as with many promises given to Native Americans, they didn't come through.
Message.
And I never really equated 40 acres and a mule because it was not something that really ever touched my life. But in thinking about it this morning, I never really equated it with something else that was very important to American life, which was the Homestead Act. Now, if you don't recall the Homestead Act, for some reason, there's a lot of American history that really stayed with me. And the Homestead Act was an act that the federal government felt was extremely important because they wanted to populate the Midwestern part of our country, the prairie. And so they offered 160 acres free and clear to people who would farm the land, ranch the land. I guess it was really only good for farming, but they would give free and clear 160 acres to people, and they had mapped out a huge swath of prairie land. And it was white people who took that land, and that's how a lot of our Midwest cities came into being.
Life was honestly diabolical.
And they didn't rescind that promise. They gave 160 acres to people free and clear, and all they had to do was stake it out. And
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard.
this may be apocryphal, but I seem to remember in class hearing how there was a date and they had people lining up and they set off a bell and you could just go and stake out your plot of land and it was yours and you could farm it. And that was the beginning of generational wealth for a lot of white people.
Who are you talking to right now? Who is it you think you see? Do you know what would happen if I suddenly decided to stop going into work? A business big enough that it could be listed on the NASDAQ goes belly up. Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
A lot of these people came from Germany and Middle European countries. And they got a stake in this country. And here we have enslaved people who were brought over against their will and finally released from bondage and promised for their servitude they would be given 40 acres and a mule.
Not soon. LeBron, tell me.
And a mule. And they got nothing.
We talking about practice.
And they had to start from scratch.
Message.
Don't get mad at me, nigga. I'm here telling the truth. If somebody else should have told you this.
This was diabolical. I'm not even gonna hold you. This is like somebody owing you, let's say somebody owe you like $40. And then they purposely don't pay you and then go pay like 20 people $160 each.
What kind of shit is that?
Let me say that one more time. Let's say somebody owe you $40. They purposely don't pay you and then go pay like 10 other people $160.
Day-Day, get your scary ass up, man. I know you heard that shit.
Each. So not only could you have paid me my money plus interest, but then you go pay these other cats, and this is where the twists come in. You didn't even owe them money. You was like, you know what? I got this money. I just won the lottery or something. I just came in some ducats, and I'ma bless you.
What?
As long as you take this money and make your life better,
I'm rich, bitch.
I'm gonna give you this $160. While you owe these people $40 over here. You know what I mean? That's basically what the government did. And that's crazy. That's why a lot of black people are pissed. And they look at Indians that got their reparations and maybe get a monetary check like monthly or annually. And they're like, what about us? So I can dig it, man. I can dig it because, you know, you're going to have to pay me my money, Smokey. Run that. Run tell that. So this Kendrick Lamar thing, the 40 acres and a mule, I get it. But yeah, as long as the government owe you, you never be broke. All right, let's get into the next reaction. I had to take my coat off because your boy got hot on that one, Blab. Hey, Kendrick bringing out Serena Williams during the Super Bowl performance, diabolical. She used to mess with Drake, allegedly off and on. And the way she was hitting that C-Walk, let me tell you, that wasn't what she was doing at Wimbledon. That's what she was doing on Drake. You know what I mean? Trying to get me for my energy. Man, she went from 0 to 100 real quick, you know? All right, man. So I thought that was cool. We gave her a little cameo appearance. You know, she was hitting that thing and she was looking jazzy. So let's get on to the next clip. All right, Serena. Hey, man, we going to learn how to get that backhand right. So we going to hit you up. You know what I mean? You know what it is when you're living with the ex. It's always comfortable. Let's get into the next reaction. We moving, y'all. We moving. Now, this is the real question. She dapping up tens, right? Does she got a whole man at home? Jury's out. She looking jazzy. I'm thinking she got a whole man at home. Not a quarter, not a half, but a whole ninja at home.
You can't handle the truth.
I'm thinking. I'm not betting my lunch money from the third grade, but I might put some skin in the game, you heard me? And then on top of that, do you really think she doubled back, flipped a bitch, and hollered at one of these cats, turn that thing around, turn that wagon around, and double back on a dime. Ooh, did she double back on a dime? Oh man, was that a double entendre? Might have been. Stop on a dime, double back on a dime. Cause she dabbing dimes? I don't know, man. Whew. Alright, man. Let's get into the next reaction. Yeah, she was a little jazzy thing, you know what I mean? She looked like she know what that hot tui about. Yada that man. Let's keep it rolling.
It's gonna be a tough one. As selected by the 13,000 voting members of the Recording Academy, the Grammy goes to
In real life, it was honestly diabolical.
Cowboy Carter.
Country music was on fire. They didn't know what to expect. But I'm gonna tell you this. This how I'm gonna paint this. Imagine if you had an NFL superstar, right? Just franchise, game changer, NFL player, and then they go to the NBA for one season, and then they get the MVP. How you think that's going to sit with like real NBA fans and NBA players? Like, even if you do like fairly well, let's say you're an all-star caliber performance and you have MVP qualities, but for you to come in the league for one season and to get MVP, that's the taste. No, the aftertaste that Beyonce left in a lot of these country musicians' mouths and a lot of the people behind the scenes in country music. I'm not saying that she doesn't have skills. Like, come on now. Like, we don't even have to discuss that, right? We all have brain cells. But the question is, were there other country artists in this category that were more deserving because of the body of work that they put in? This is not just like a participation award. This is a Grammy. And a lot of people don't understand. Beyonce, I think this was her 35th Grammy. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure this was her 35th, right? And if I've done my due diligence correctly, hey, check me if I'm wrong. But I think nobody in country music even has 34 or 33 Grammys. And for her to get the 35th one in country music on her first country album that allegedly she called not a country album, but this is a Beyonce album or something along those lines. Man, country music is, I would say, very original. They have fans that still buy whole albums. Back in the day, people would buy a whole album just for a single. Country music still has those fans. A lot of other music genres have lost that type of support, but country music has been loyal. And this makes a lot of people feel like country music has now been invaded by music politics. So people are hot, and let's just say Casey Musgraves gave her the two thumbs.
Casey, you look great. Any thoughts on Beyonce winning Country Album of the Year?
Up. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that one right there. Beyonce, we love you. We're not questioning that, but we gonna talk about it. Matter of fact, we did talk about it. We over here bumping our gums about it. But let's keep it moving, man. You know, I love country. You know, if you never had a dog, never been in love, and never had a girl break your heart or key your car, you might not like country music. You know, I'm not saying you want to go get your car keyed, but I mean, ain't nothing like you know, to go through manhood and have, you know, I'm not promoting toxic relationships, but if you do have one and you survive mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, you will be a better person. You will have some grit. I'm just saying that, you know. All right, let's get into the next reaction, man. Man, this whole situation got me so tied up. Man, I'm about to write a country song right now.
That's right. I wrote a song about it, like the kid here go. I played guitar for 36 hours.
Oh, man, let's get to it, man. We rocking. You know what it is when you're living with the ex. It's always comfortable.
You ain't looking for nothing.
I'm going to Max's house to get a charger.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a pass. Yeah.
What kind of shit is that?
I'm a pass.
Who mans is this? Who mans is this?
Like, get him out of here immediately. Yeah, like, this who y'all got to represent in Jersey?
Don't pass go. Don't collect $200. Bruh. Nah, like, all bull drive aside, I wouldn't want my lady or my woman dressing like this, but if we're gonna do it like the singer, The Weeknd, you know, back in my day when my jersey was still you know, on my back and not in the rafters, you know, man, run that.
We talking about practice, man. What are we talking about? Practice? We talking about practice, man. We talking about practice. We talking about practice. We ain't talking about the game.
Hold on. Run that. You know? You know what I mean? I might be 5'9", but I'm tall enough to ride this ride, play. You feel me? You know? Not too many rides your boy can't go on. You dig? You know? I'm just saying, though, your boy had that 40-inch vertical, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I was yamming on cats, you dig? Catching lobs in the whole nine. Your boy had ups. I'm just saying, though, you know what I mean? I was franchise player backing, you know, when I was playing in the league. All right, yeah, but somebody get your mans, man, because, that was a bogus call. That's like when the ref might get beat up after the game. I'm not promoting violence or anything like that, but a bad call is a bad call. It's just keep it 100, like, you know. So, yeah, man. Bad form, Jack. Bad form. All right, man, let's keep it rolling. But that's crazy, man. Objection, Your Honor. What are you objecting? Man, what do you think? But bruh might have to save himself because you know how you tap out in the fight. He might have just looked at that thing and been like, man, flawless victory, man. I can't handle that. You know, and I gotta give him respect. I gotta give him respect because most dudes would go down like the 300.
Our arrows will blot out the sun.
Then we will fight in the shade.
You know, so most cats are not gonna go down without a fight. So maybe I'm trying to give him a way out. I'm his relationship lawyer right now. So maybe him by like, oh nah, I'm not messing with it. He knew he couldn't handle it. He knew he got to stick to the the rivers and the lakes that he used. You know what? I don't blame him. I don't blame him because I've heard females, right? They give a dude a shot, right? And then he ended up being bogus. Like just off brand, like just super bogus. Like dry as hell, need a whole bottle of lotion. Like, man, this dude, his game is weak. Like, game is so tired, she like start yawning. Like, it's just bad. It's bad. It's no regard for public safety. That's how bad it is. It's probably a felony.
Police, open up!
Like, that's how bad his game is. The police come, they like, man, we gonna arrest him for something. Like, man, you can't be with a bad female like this on the scale 1 to 10. She a 15, and you over here, your game is a 3. It's sad, man. It's sad, but this is one of them situations where you see a dude out with a female like that, and you like, he ain't hitting that right. You just know it in your loins, in your bone marrow. That he has no chance. You know, he be saying like, so you're saying I got a chance? No, bruh. You ain't got nothing. Nothing, bruh. You ain't got nothing. You know, rude boy. You a gentleman. You gentleman boy. You ain't rude boy. You gentleman boy. Oh, man, we gonna stop roasting this dude, man. Planner. Oh, man, we got him on the spit. We roasting this dude, man. Oh, man. Come get your hot dog, man. This boy is getting roasted. I didn't know I was gonna be barbecuing, straight barbecue chicken around here. But it is what it is, man. Hopefully that's not the case, and I don't know what it could be, man. You tell me what his excuse could be for not just playing with his food, but
You gonna eat your cornbread?
throwing his plate off the table like he a little baby or something. I don't know. I can't get with it. Let's get to the next reaction. I'm done roasting this cat, man. Let's go.
If your ex moved on quickly, watch this. Let's get into it, family. I watched some videos and I really believe this. It helped me. The right person can only be the right person when it's two people choosing each other. Meaning that if they chose somebody else quickly, they weren't the right person. And y'all, we have to kill the ego. That is the hardest part. The part that wants to measure you up against a new person. What they have that I don't, what they don't have that I do, that's ego. Nah, that version of you that existed in that relationship, that person can no longer exist. Focus your energy on learning the lesson, the next step, the next opportunity, getting stronger, becoming the version of you that God had intended for you when He created you. And lastly, allow yourself to mourn. Not mourn because you've lost the one, but you are allowed to be disappointed. Disappointed that they are not the person that you thought they were. But you cannot grieve like they were your person, because they're not. Unless the person chooses you, they ain't the one.
So when your significant other moves on very quickly, it means they had somebody in the cut already, or let's just keep it 100. They was talking to somebody already. So I say it is what it is. Now, there are exceptions to the rule. Let's keep it 100. But But exceptions don't make the rule. Oh, you can't make this shit up. So I would say you dodged a bullet if they move on really quickly. That's what I say. I say things happen for a reason, and I'm not gonna say good riddance, but don't let the door hit you with a good load split you. All right, let's get into the next reaction. She said everything. I just had to clarify. All right, let's get it rolling. I know this might not seem like it, but this was our video of positive vibes. And the reason why is you never know how much time you have with that person you love. If you're lucky enough to find that person that you love, and the world is smaller than you think, and the most valuable commodity that you have is your time. Because you can go in your wallet, you can look at your bank account, you can look at your crypto, you can see how much money you have, you can see how many shares you have. But you cannot go into your life and see how much time you have. So if you have that person that you love, cherish them. This woman only had her person for 10 years, and it looked like she used all those 10, thankfully. So hopefully if you have your person, use all your time. So here we are again. Thank you for tuning in with me. And you know what it is when you're living with the ex. It's always comfortable. And I missed you guys. Now let's keep it rolling. And thank you. One of my shorts went above 7K.
I'm a money mag. I'm a money mag. I'm a money mag. Ching, ching.
Okay. Ching, ching. I appreciate that. I appreciate the love, man. Let's get monetized. Let's grow the channel. Let's get past 500 subscribers by the end of next month. If we do it before that, man, it's a blessing. I appreciate all of y'all. And of course, I love you. So call all your friends and family, everybody in your life that supports you and loves you, and tell them you love them too. Until next time, when you're living with the ex.
I love you.